So, Robyn, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to be with me today and just talk to me and whoever else is watching us about
Yeah.
what your experience has been like working with us at BTB. So, before we do that, introduce yourself. Tell us who you are, what you do, who you serve, all of that good stuff.
Wonderful, Bernadette. Well, first of all, it's a wonderful privilege to be doing this session with you. It has been a wonderful relationship we've had for some years now, since 2018. And so leading up to that time and continuing on, I've been in the field of design as an architect and interior designer for over 20 years. It's crazy to think that it's been that long. And my husband, Ryan, he's been in the landscape and hardscape business for quite some time as well. And so for both of us, we recently formalized our companies during the pandemic, no less. And so we have seen a surge in business. On the design side of things, I love to bring value to my clients. So design is considered a luxury by many, but really we design in our lives daily, whether we know it or not. When we're getting dressed, how we lay out our homes, even how we situate our cars, it's really a design exercise. And so I found over the years that people of all taste levels, of all skill sets when it comes to being DIYers, really can benefit from having a friend come along for the journey, so to speak. And especially if that friend has some expertise and experience. So that's where I come in when it comes to architecture, outdoor design, and interior design. And so my company, Robyn Studios Architecture and Interiors LLC, can be found online on my website, robynstudios.com. Likewise, my husband's business, he's into beautifying as well. The outside of the home can be the first impression. People love to do repeat services with him because it falls into the category of maintenance. When we do design, the look, we aim for timeless. So I kind of work myself out of a job when I'm successful because people end up with a look that lasts. But with lawn care, that has to be done regularly. So his website is rnrlh.com. And so those are our babies, so to speak. We've been married for just a short time, since 2019, but it's been a wonderful journey. And we serve many different sets of folks. So single people, families, busy professionals, HOAs. We've even worked for other companies, helping them with their design arm of their business. So we're pretty versatile on the Robyn Studio side. And on the landscape and hardscape side, my husband tends to either partner with other larger companies to complete jobs, or on his own, he serves households throughout the Atlanta metro area. But we primarily focus on the west side of, maybe like the I-20, I-75 corridor.
Yeah. And in Atlanta, you have to be specific because Atlanta is so big. Like you can
Yes.
serve everybody, but you probably can't.
Yeah. And for design, it's broader because we do offer virtual services. The world of Zoom is its own thing. There's other ways to do, the video calls on the internet, but I feel like the pandemic really popularized and normalized it. And so it's made clients a lot more comfortable trusting that they can get the value from an online experience. So online, we're nationwide.
Yeah, yeah. And you're absolutely right. The same thing happened with us. Like we were virtual forever because I think you and I probably only seen each other in person, about 2 times?
It's the
And
truth.
we've worked together virtually. And so we were virtual for the last 9, 10 years. And the
Okay.
pandemic just kind of solidified it and just made it so that everybody was a lot more comfortable with that. So
Yes.
so you said that you were in business for 20 years but you and I have not been working together for 20 years. And so what was it that caused you to make the shift and say, I need to hire her?
Well, I was late to the appreciation of systems that you don't necessarily micromanage in your business. Before I found you, I had cycled through a few accounting practices, mainly because of the way that they did their business and the size of my business. It was like I was too small to really get good service. And so by the time I found you, it was at an expo. You were teaching a class. What got my attention was QuickBooks. So one out-of-town accountant that I kind of inherited, he did business for our family, so I was trying him out. He's the one who pressed upon me the importance of, I think it's called dual entry accounting that you must have for your business to be compliant. And he said QuickBooks was good. So I started with a desktop version and I was awkward. I could get the gist a little, but it was still better than my spreadsheets. So I suffered through that process for a while. I knew I needed help. So when I saw the class with QuickBooks, I said, okay, the lady's picture, she looks cool. Let me try her out. You had your nice braids and you were all dolled up. So she looks like she might can, do some things. So then I met you. I said, oh, she's sharp. I like her. She's spunky and sharp. And when you started coming from the angle of fraud, my ears really perked up because also in the kind of as a layer of residual income, I do invest in real estate. I had run into my share of fraudsters in Georgia. So that got me really intrigued. But then what was so wonderful once I got into your class, Bernadette, is how personable and just you brought everything down to a very digestible level, high level information. But I walked away even that day with things that I could implement in my business. So I was determined to follow up with you. And I think I did. And I did one of your sessions, your one-on-one sessions. But all my lights still hadn't come on yet. I still didn't see that I needed to get you as a plugged in, ongoing part of my business. But I have to say, just that class and what you did to help me prepare for taxes each year was monumental. And that was around 2018.
Yeah, I remember that expo. Wow. I was trying to think like what year was it that I did that expo? So it was 2018 when I did that expo, and I remember meeting you and your mom. No, I think I met your mom the next year when I did the expo again. Maybe that's when I met you.
Yeah, we paid you a visit. We did. Yeah. We came, and I came armed as like a walking testimonial. And I was like, I hope they don't think she paid me to come because I really was that excited about you. I'm like, use her.
Yes. I remember that. I do. So fast forward, we started working together 2018. Like you said, we just did a little surface stuff. So I kind of helped you with getting your books in order and made tax time a little less taxing for you, and just gave you like a different picture of your business. So you recently pulled the real big trigger and said, hey, I need you full time in my business. What was the prompt? What was the thing that said, Robyn, it's time to grow up?
Well, the analogy I'll draw for this one, Bernadette, is you got your favorite outfit that you think you look so good in, and you just get so excited when you put it on, and then you see pictures. And you say, oh, wait a minute, that's not as sharp as I thought. It actually it's a little too retro. It looks like something from the 80s. Well, that was me with QuickBooks. It was like, girl, you think you got it? What you have is the need to call Bernadette and get her in. Because what would always happen, I would start off doing real well for a season, doing my reconciliations, accepting all of my different entries from my bank. I had it connected. Got busy, would fall off. Then around September, say, oh, wait, I got to get back with it. Then I start kind of comb through. Girl, by January, it's just like, what have I done? And finally, your change was a catalyst for my change, really. I love how you got very clear on what you were doing with your business and what you could and could not do in terms of getting to sustainability and growth. And so you drew a line in the sand. And so I had to say, okay, which side are you on? And so in doing my research, I said, I love working with Bernadette. It's going to be not an expense, but an investment in my business, my success, my ability to serve my clients. So let me take the leap. And let me not be so afraid to initiate the conversation. So that's why I got on your calendar to do the consult to get enrolled. And you made that conversation so lovely, because I have to admit, I was very intimidated by just, being willing to admit that I needed the help and being prepared to absorb, the investment into my budget.
I'm so glad to hear you say that. Like, I literally just got chills when you said that, because I've heard that before, but I still, just hearing it again, it was just like kind of, just like a reaffirmation, just because I do want to make it as, I don't want to be intimidating. I don't want to be that scary accountant, right? So I'm glad to hear that was the case. So you've been in business, you started a business, you work with multiple accountants, you finally found one where you said, hey, this is a good fit. Then you made the decision to take it even further and engage with us as we made our shift in our business. So what do you say to someone who is getting started? Say for instance, there was someone in your industry that you're mentoring that's getting started in their business. What do you say to them? Because most people think that you got to hire an accountant once you start making money or whatever. What do you say to somebody that's new and they don't have an accountant?
So even the SBA, the Authority on Small Business, says start with your business plan. I would say start with your accountant. Okay? Let your accountant actually help you plug in the pieces to your business plan. Because if you have no grasp of your income and your metrics in your business, that business plan will mean exactly the cost of the paper is written on. Very little. Yes, out of all the professionals that are recommended for us to take on the small businesses, they always say, open different accounts to build your credit, or they'll say, go ahead and get your LLC established, get your bank account open. That's all true. But if you've got to just pick someone to spend time with, and as a kind of default mentor, it is going to be an accountant. It's going to be Bernadette and her team, not just me. And the reason why I endorse you specifically is because I've already been there testing different people in different scenarios. You have centered your purpose in this industry around helping small businesses succeed. So you have never made me or my business feel too small for your operation. And I love too that you're like, I was thinking as I was preparing for our call, how would I just describe you? You're focus friendly. You're smiling, you looking, but you also are thinking when you look at us. Right behind your eyes, like thinking, okay, you're digesting what we're saying, but you're trying to bring value. You're doing everything you can to help us, but you're not pushy with it because you understand that there has to be a measure of readiness on our part to even digest and apply what you're saying. And so your focus friendliness is something that I could see being invaluable for me if I could rewind and go back to when I was just getting started.
That's good. That is good. Like, ooh, okay. Oh goodness, this is good. This is really good. I am so happy that you took some time. I am looking forward to working with you in this next step. We're already working together, and I'm really excited about all the things that we're going to be able to do. I'm excited about the growth of your business. I've seen your rebrand. I've seen your social media posts and all of those things. And so I'm really excited about all those things. And I'm excited for how accounting is going to play a big role in that growth and development. So I appreciate it so much. I'm so happy.
Oh, you're welcome, Bernadette. I mean, and too, because of, plugging you in, I feel more confident even in my plans to expand. So some of our services we are taking on the road, especially for our in-person shopping. That's like across the state. In fact, we're branching out into Birmingham, Alabama, as well as Charlotte, North Carolina for in-person services too. I wouldn't feel so confident doing that if I had not plugged this piece in right here. I know I'm not one of your strategy session clients yet, but I plan to be. Really, I just try to take bite-sized pieces that I know I can manage and give attention to. But just knowing that you and your company will be like combing through the books gave me the confidence to just say, I got a great system in place. Just continue to reach out to those markets and everything is going to, continue to develop.
And it will. You'll be strategy. Yeah. You'll be on those calls real soon. I already know. Yeah. All right, that's the plan. That is the plan to get you there. So I'm looking forward to that. So thank you, Robyn. I appreciate you so much, and I'm glad that you're still on the roster. So
me too.